Hello and welcome. This video is going to be an introduction to Storybook Brawl for people who really haven't played the game at all. So if you're a complete beginner, the idea is you should be able to watch this video and then pick it up and understand what's happening right away. So the way the game starts is you choose a hero, and these heroes, you can think of them like a passive effect. Whatever it says that they do is just going to be like a static ability that you just have always. So there are some quite complex heroes, like you start with plus 2 experience and skip your first round. You'll figure those out as you go, but the moral of the story is they just do what they say. I'm going to pick the most simple one. This is definitely not the good hero, but it's very straightforward. Your good characters have +1/+1. And this number down here is how much your health will be. Certain heroes give you more health or less health, depending on, whether they're for late game or early game. So this is the most straightforward. We're just going to start with a simple explanation of your good characters have +1/+1. Good and evil, you can tell what they are based on the color of the ring around the characters. So Sherwood Shershot is a good character. You can also see that it says good princess on the cards. Whenever you hover over something, it'll tell you everything that it does, everything that you need to know. The numbers on the cards are their power or their attack and health respectively. So they attack, this one is going to attack for 3, and then it has 2 health. And this one has the ability ranged. You can see if I hover over the bad Billy Gruff, it has no abilities. So this is just a basic 2/3. This is a ranged 3/2. So when it attacks, it does not receive damage back. It actually, you can see it shows up on the top right there. I can't hover over it because my mouse goes away, but whenever this attacks, it doesn't receive damage back. So I'm going to get this one. The way the shop works is you see a random selection of characters and you share this with other people. So if I take this, then there's one fewer Sherwood Shershot that other people in the draft can play against. So you're live drafting against other people. In this case, I'm practicing against bots, just to give you the feel for the game. And then you'll click battle. You can also lock the shop. So if you want to keep your characters, then you can make them stay there. So I'm going to lock. This will give you a feel for. I locked 2, but we're going to get 1 new character. So we have a ranged character. The way combat works is you attack from left to right, front to back. So it doesn't really matter if you only have 1 because it's going to attack regardless, but if you have multiple characters, it'll start making sense. So we'll move to the battle, I'll show you what happens. Whoever attacks first is random. I attacked first because, I just won the lucky roll, and I don't receive damage back when I attack because I have ranged. So it's actually quite strong. Here we can take another Sherwood Shershot. I think this card would be better for us to take here, but because this is a demonstration game, we're going to take Bad Billy Gruff instead. There are also spells. So you can cast them. They tell you exactly what they do. Get a random character of your level if you win this brawl. So on the bottom right, you can see I'm level 2. You gain +1 experience every single round. So I started with 2 and there was nothing in this green meter. After 1 battle, there's something in this green meter. After the next battle, it's going to fill up 2/3 and then I'll hit level 3. At each level, there's a certain number of heroes you can buy. So right now I can only buy level 2 heroes. When I hit level 3, I can get level 2 and level 3 heroes. When I hit level 4, I can get level 2, 3, and 4 heroes. So I'm going to buy this spell. I'm not likely to win this fight because I took the decidedly worst hero, but I'm going to lock the shop again because I like that character. And you generally want to attack with your ranged units first, but I'm going to show you what combat looks like without a ranged character. They should just kind of smash into each other, and they both take the damage. And then that happens, and they both attacked each other and died. They attacked my ranged character, so she took the damage. Which is important to note. When she attacks, she doesn't receive damage from whoever she attacked. But if something attacks her, she will. So you want to kind of set up your board in a way so that she can get attacks in without getting hit. So you could do something like put 2 of these in the back row and then put 2 of these up front. Or I think the optimal strategy is something like this, where if you attack first, she gets to attack. And then if you attack last, she's going to be protected because she's in the back row. So if your opponent attacks, you'll see they're going to hit all of my front row characters first before they hit my back row characters. There are some exceptions. There's a dragon that attacks the back row, but we're going to run this battle and you can see there's no dragon. So I get to attack with ranged. They get to attack with ranged. I attack. They attack. I attack with ranged again. And then they attack with ranged and kill me. And again, I've been making decisions that aren't necessarily optimal. So I'm probably going to lose this battle, but it's just for demonstrative purposes. So now I've hit level 3. You can see the green bar filled up. Now I'm level 3. So there are level 3 heroes and level 2. You can tell what level they are by how much they cost. So level 3 heroes cost 3, level 2 heroes cost 2, all the way up to 6 Level 6 heroes cost 6. And they all do their ability. So Good Witch of the North is what we're going to be taking. She is a good support, +2/+3. Which supports do is the 2 characters in front of them get a bonus. So we can buy her. Nothing in front of her is getting a bonus. That's because she only supports good units. So if we instead put the Sherwood Sure Shot, who's right now a 3/2, she's going to become a 5/5 because the Good Witch of the North gives her +2/+3. So if we put her here, now both of our archers are actually quite strong. And then the other thing you can do is you can sell units. So if we, for example, don't want this crafty, his ability is +2/+2 for each treasure that you have. You'll worry about treasures later when I triple. Basically, if you get 3 of the same unit, they combine to have something that has basically twice their stats and abilities. And then you get a treasure which fills up these slots. And those are additional statics. Kind of like Mrs. Claus, which says your good characters at +1/+1, you'll get abilities like that. So you can sell a character, so I'm going to sell Crafty. To do that, you just bring them up here. They all sell for 1 gold, and then you can buy a new character. Then you can battle. So now I have this like pretty big ranged army that we're going to win with. And there's nothing you can really do during combat. All the decisions are random. And that seems like it would be a pretty chaotic game, but there's actually quite a bit of skill. Oof, this guy's pretty good. Whenever he slays, he summons a new unit. I'm actually going to lose this fight. Yeah. To this person. Basically, winning or losing the fight depends on how many characters you have left. We had 0, they had 1. We're going to take Romeo. His ability is quite complex. Last Breath is something. There's Last Breath and Slay. I guess I should explain. Last Breath means just when they die. So if Romeo dies, if Juliet was in play and she had already died, you resummon her and give her extra stats, which is kind of thematic. So Slay is the other one. When it attacks and kills something, it does the ability. So you saw this Polywoggle Slade in the previous one, and it transformed into a character that is 1 level higher than your hero. So I'm level 3. So if I play with Polywoggle, it attacks and kills something. So there's 2 different things. It can get attacked, and then it can attack. Slay only triggers when it's attacking. And when that happens, then it would transform into something like you saw. We're going to take the Romeo because it's a 6/4, and we can put it in front of our Good Witch of the North support, and it becomes an 8/7, which is pretty big. And then we can roll, but I'm just going to take this character. She's a ranged, and whenever one of your characters triggers a Slay ability, so like Polywoggle, if you have Polywoggle, it attacks and kills something, her ability will trigger. She says she gains +1 attack permanently. So instead of a 2/4, she would become a 3/4, and so on. Then we're going to battle. So hopefully get the gist. I'm going to keep playing because, you know, the game is simple in principle, but it's complex in how it plays out because there's a lot of abilities and stuff. I think this dragon might get to attack and showcase what the dragon does. Yeah, so the dragon actually attacks past the front row. So you can see there's 2 archers. Normally it would be attacking those. But the dragon has flying, which means it just hits your back row. So normally these are pretty safe, but sometimes you can bring in a unit that kills your back row intentionally to do stuff like that. Here we're going to take Brave Princess. So this person has Quest, Slay 3 enemies. So her ability triggers Slay for the Shadow Assassin. And quests, you can see this little like 3 on the top right here. When you complete your quest, you get a treasure of the level of your character, and they become upgraded. So she'll become a 12/8, I think, or I don't know how Mrs. Claus works. She's normally a 5/3, so it might be 10/6 +1, which make her 11/7, I think would be her ability. But you could put her here, and then we can run this ranged character instead of this one. And we're rolling for a triple. I guess I'll do this. I just want to showcase what getting treasures looks like, because we're going to win kind of all these fights. We're playing against the bots, which are not particularly good. This pig is great. When he dies, I get 2 gold, or I get 1 gold, but if he survives the fight, whoever had him gets 2 gold, so it's kind of like a gambit to see, like, if you think you're strong, you buy the pig, and he gives you extra gold. Now we're level 4, you can see there's new heroes showing up, or new characters, Lady of the Lake. The supports get better, so this support is +2/+3. This support has ranged, and it gives +5 health, so that's actually pretty strong. And then the spells, they all do what they say. True Love's Kiss is choose a character, transform it into a random character that is 1 level higher. This is a pretty strong ability. You could do some crazy things, like I'm level 4 right now, so I can buy level 4 characters. So I can buy like Heartwood Elder, and then I can True Love's Kiss this Heartwood Elder to get a level 5 character. So, you know, you can if you get another True Love's Kiss next turn, I could have a level 6 character at level 4, and you can just kind of go crazy. This is a pretty complicated hero. When it attacks a character on its own side. So when Cupid attacks, it'll hit something in the back row because it has ranged and flying. Flying means it hits the back row, and then whatever it hits is going to attack something else. I'm actually going to run this just so you can see what happens here. I'll buy this because I want to get a treasure for you guys. So Cupid's going to attack. Ooh, they cast a spell that did 10 damage to a random back row enemy. So this attacks, and then this guy's going to shoot one of their own guys. The sheep goes there, and I'm in trouble. When this guy dies, his last breath ability, he does damage equal to his attack to a random enemy. And because he has 10 attack, he just does 10 extra damage, which is quite strong. So there's a lot of things going on. There we go. There's the True Love's Kiss. So I'm going to hit a level 6 character now. Robin Wood, it's a ranged 10-14. At the start of each brawl, you remove 15 attack from the strongest enemy, and your weakest character gains plus 15 attack. So it's a lot of stats. I mean, the level 6 characters are really strong. You're not typically supposed to get them this early, but we did. And I can actually do something pretty fun here. So I'm going to buy the Court Wizard. He's a ranged again. Ranged is very strong because it means whenever you attack, you don't take damage back. Whenever your prince or princess is killed, he makes a bonus attack. So we have 3 prince or princesses in the front. These are ranged, so there's no way for them to die when they're attacking something. So the only way for this person to die is when someone else attacks them. And when that happens, then Court Wizard gets to attack again. So I'm going to sell this Romeo, buy this Court Wizard, and I think I'm going to set him off like this, maybe. Okay, now we get to triple. So when you see this effect of Bad Billy Gruff kind of swirling around, we have 2 others. When you buy the third one, you get, it's called like tripling or whatever, and you get a selection of treasures. So the treasures go in this slot, so you can have up to 3 at a time, and they all do what they say. I think I like Shepherd's Sling. It's going to be pretty obvious, the effect. So Mrs. Claus says my good characters have +1/+1. Then Shepherd's Sling says my level 3 and lower characters have +1/+1. So you can hover over them, and you can see this one's a 4, this one's a level 3, this one's a level 6. So when I buy this, this guy should stay the same, but these should become 4/5s, and the archer should get +1/+1 as well. And you can see that does in fact happen. And that ability just stays there permanently, and you can see Bad Billy Grove now has twice the stats he previously did, plus he gets +1/+1 from Shepherd's Sling. So it's pretty cool, actually. So at the beginning of the fight, you're going to see Robin Wood do his thing, where he got rid of the attack on the Juliet, and then he gave attack to the Good Witch of the North. And the Juliet died, they have a Romeo. So when Romeo dies, he's going to summon a Juliet. But because we got rid of Juliet's attack, the Juliet he summons is going to be like a 7/20 or something. It's going to have very low attack. Oh, it's 0/15. Which is kind of awesome. This character is pretty good. Whenever it's attacked, whatever is hitting it, their health goes down to 1. So if we didn't have ranged, you would just instantly die from attacking this. Because we have ranged, we don't die and we win that fight. So hopefully you're kind of getting the feel of what's going on. You just want to build out a team that's as strong as possible and navigate it. It's very complex but simple to play, which is a really good combination because you could just play to have fun, not worry too much about it. Like I could just kind of roll buy random units and put them in. This chicken's pretty fun. It's the one character that sells for 2 gold instead of 1. So like I could buy it. I have 8 gold. I go down to 6. And then you could just resell it right back up to 8, which is a lot of fun. We could triple the Sherwood Sure Shot, which is pretty good. So now we have another level 2 treasure. I'm going to take Needle Nose Daggers, which gives your characters +2 attack until you lose a fight. Then I can grab this Juliet. And I think I'm actually going to sell all of these. Grab a second Juliet. Just because I'd like to triple the Juliet. Then we can battle. When you're playing online against not other people, look at how good this taking away their attack is. This 0/17 is basically worthless. And this Brave Princess has really had trouble completing her quest. That's a common thing, but you could see they attacked my Brave Princess, and this guy got a bonus attack in. You might be able to see it again here. He's going to kill her. This guy's going to trigger. Well, he would have attacked if I hadn't have won the fight there. Ooh, okay. We could do a lot of stuff. Lancelot, again, he has slays and quests, so you're going to get overwhelmed a little bit. There's a place where you can read all of the characters and heroes, I recommend just going into the bot games like I'm doing. You have unlimited time. Nothing really matters. Like if you win or lose, it's just for fun. The game's free to play. But this guy has a quest where he has 25 attacker health during a brawl. So if I put him like here, and then he gets slay +2/+2 permanently. So whenever he attacks and kills something, he grows in strength. And then Prince Arthur says, at the beginning of your brawl, give your upgraded prince and princesses +2/+2 permanently. So we're going to run him instead of this support. And maybe you'll get a feel for like, there's another court wizard. You know what? Let's just run all court wizards. This seems fun. And then let's battle. So now I have 2 of these guys where whenever they attack and kill one of my people... You know what? I think I'm just going to have all of my guys out here. Something like this. Whenever they attack and kill one of my guys, both of my court wizards are going to trigger. So you should see that happening. So they didn't kill anything. I didn't get my slay. They didn't kill it. I might just be too strong. Okay, so now both of these guys get an attack. That shoots and kills it. That shoots and kills it. This still doesn't get a slay. Yeah, I think I'm just too strong right now. But this is going to attack and kill this, and then they die before anything happens. So I guess I could finish this game out. I don't know. Sure, people maybe want to see how this finishes because the game's very addicting. Like I actually didn't originally plan to play this much of this game to like demonstrate it, but it's quite fun. So we're just gonna go for it. So one thing that's pretty cool, this guy says at the beginning of each brawl, he gives your upgraded princes and princesses +2/+2 permanently. He's a prince, so when he's upgraded, he will actually give himself +4/+4 permanently because whenever something's upgraded, most of their like abilities double. So if you can get him in play, he like grows himself every turn. It's actually very strong. I only have 1 upgraded prince or prince right now, but we'll get there. We're playing against bots, so there's not too much to worry about. We're just playing for fun here. So we stole their attack again. This guy gets a slay. The baby bears are pretty cool. Whenever they die, they summon a... Wait, they had so many deers. Whenever they die, they summon a bear. So the baby bear summons a mama bear, which summons a papa bear, I believe. So they kind of keep going crazy. And Geppetto's ability says, whenever you summon a character during a brawl, you give it attack and health equal to your level. So he's level 5. So whenever one of these summons, this would normally be a 4/4, but now it's a 5/5. We're still going to absolutely demolish their team because we had all of these court wizards, like every time they killed one of my archers. Actually, we're going to lose. Never mind. Ignore me, we die. Talking about damage. Ooh, and our needle-nose daggers went away too. But we completed our quest on Brave Princess. So now it's an upgraded unit. It's a 12/8. And now it's going to start getting buffed by our Prince Arthurs as well, which is pretty exciting. I want to go with Cloak of the Assassin. Gives your characters with Slay +3/+3. And Lancelot has Slay. And we want him to have 25 attacker health. That way he becomes upgraded. I guess I'll do something like this. The Robin Hood's very good. Let's just try and triple our Prince Arthur. So again, rolling, you're sharing this pool of characters with everybody else in the brawl. So if someone else is buying a bunch of like Prince Arthurs or Court Wizards, I'm unlikely to find them. But here we get to triple our Juliet, get a level 4 treasure. I think I'm just going to take Fool's Gold. You get 4 extra gold each round, but your shop no longer sells spells. I haven't been buying spells because I've been having too much fun. I might just do something like this now. I don't have a Romeo, but I really like the Prince Arthurs growing my team. I will cast a spell, so Shovel gives a random enemy -12/-12. We could just do that. And I'm not going to do anything here. I want my archer to attack first. And battle. So now... Oh no! So there's actually... Wow, there were so many things that just happened there. But basically, my Court Wizard had 5 attack. So it was the lowest attack character on my team. So that means it gets the +15 attack from Robin Hood, which is what I was hoping would happen. Oof, that Medusa is pretty brutal. Because now every time they kill one of my, sure shots or whatever, then this guy gets a bonus attack right there, and then he gets his regular attack. So by giving him an extra 15 attack, it just like matters a lot. So they shrunk one of my other characters down to below 3 attack, but then the Prince Arthur's grew it back up. I get to triple my Prince Arthur, which is excellent. Another level 4 treasure. We're going to take Reduplicator. So you summon an additional exact copy of the first character you summon each brawl. I don't know if you remember, but the Romeo and Juliet thing... I'll get rid of this. Basically, if we find a Romeo now, there's one right here. If Juliet is dead, you summon her and give her +7/+7. Because we have Reduplicator, we're now going to summon 2 Juliets instead of 1. And they're going to be quite strong due to Prince Arthur, you know, growing my Juliet every single turn. Because that buff on Juliet is permanent. So let's try and find triple Romeo or something. Ooh, triple Court Wizard. Okay. Get another level 4 treasure. We could do Gloves of Thieving. Get an exact copy of the first enemy character that dies each brawl. And then... I don't even really know what I'm looking for anymore. I'm not obviously focusing too much on this. This is an example game, but now he grows himself. So now we can see there, Prince Arthur, whatever that dude is, died first. So we're going to get an exact copy of him with all of his stat changes and whatever after this fight. And see, they have Romeo and Juliet stuff going on too. We have our Court Wizard though. And we might actually lose this fight. I don't actually anticipate myself winning this, but you never know. So we're going to get 2 Juliets now because of Reduplicator. So if we attack here, we can tie, but we don't. So they have 1 character left, so we take damage. I'll explain damage now. So in terms of damage, you take damage equal to your opponent's level, plus 1 for each unupgraded unit left, plus 3 for each upgraded unit left. So if I was to win this fight without losing a single character, my opponent would take 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, which is a ton of damage. Normally you only end up taking like 10, but I have at some circumstances taken far more. Hercules is pretty cool. His quest is to just do 100 damage. I have two Lancelots, which is kind of fun. I'm just gonna keep rolling, try and triple this Robin Hood or something. Ooh, there's a Romeo. I want to triple him. Because when I triple Romeo, then he'll grow every turn. I'm really unlikely to win this fight. I just really like growing prince and princesses. So that's what we're doing. There's no Prince Arthur. Nah. We're really looking for triple Romeo or something. Alright, nothing there, so we're gonna battle. This looks like a winnable fight, but who even knows? The bot's configurations are so weird. So Copycat's ability says after he attacks, triggers the last breath ability of the character behind him. So for some reason the bot has him in the back, which doesn't really make sense why you would do that, but they do. We want this Juliet to die actually, because if Juliet doesn't die before Romeo dies, then I don't know if you saw, we didn't get a single Juliet copy when Romeo died. We should still win this fight. My opponent has an 878, which is pretty big. But that goes, and that goes, and we kill him. Ah! You know what, we'll just play this game through to the end. We're going to be in like the top 2 or something. You can see when people die, they become the ghost. And the ghost is... like, their character's still there, because sometimes you have an odd number of people playing, and you just sometimes have to fight the ghost, which is kind of fun, because normally they're pretty weak, because they're people who have already died. And I'm just rolling through, I don't even know what I'm looking for, I'm kind of just talking as I'm playing. I guess tripling Robin Hood would be fun, so we can go for that, maybe. Robin Hood is this guy, my big archer dude. Because I want to show you guys what a level 6 treasure looks like, because they get pretty strong towards the late game. Okay, there's Robin Hood, so we can lock and then battle. I could die, in fact, probably should just run this Robin Hood over this Court Wizard at this point. No, Court Wizard's good. Alright, we'll just do this. I'll get an upgraded Robin Hood, and then you can see what the treasure does and everything. Their team is so weird. The bots are strange. So the reason it's weird is this good boy is insanely strong, and his last breath ability, which means when he dies, he gives your other good characters his attack and health this brawl. So you normally want him to die first, because then he can grow your whole team. Instead of last when he's only growing like this one bear, right? So you can see the bear becomes an 11-11 after he does that, but then the bear quickly dies. And I guess we are... I mean, this upgraded Prince Arthur is pretty strong. It's giving my team +4/+4 every single turn. The problem is Romeo keeps dying before Juliet, so I don't get any of the bonuses from that. But that's okay. So now we get to triple our Robin Hood. And we're down to the finals. Our last opponent has 1 health left. So we're going to get our level 6 treasure. Ooh, I like Ivory Owl. At the start of each brawl, give your characters +2/+2 permanently. So now we have Prince Arthur giving all of my upgraded prince and princesses +4/+4. And then Ivory Owl is going to give them all +2/+2. So it's just a lot of stats for my team. And I would like to find another Romeo, because we have 2 copies of him. I'm going to cast a spell, give a character +4 attack permanently. And I'm actually going to give it to Romeo. And that might seem counterintuitive, because I would want it on my court wizard, but Robin Hood is going to give 30 attack to my court wizard, because he has the lowest attack on my team. So by giving it to Romeo, court wizard suddenly gets like a bunch of extra stats. And we're looking to triple Romeo just because it's fun, but I don't think we're going to get there before we kill them. All right. Then we'll just go and kill our opponent. Ooh, they're going dwarves, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like all of my dudes one-shot like all of their dudes. And if I do happen to have one of my guys get attacked and killed like there, I have this 41 attack court wizard, which is just going to demolish them. Hey, Juliet died. Court wizard triggers again and shoots. So this is a pretty strong team, actually. I did 19 damage to my last opponent. And I never really got to use Reduplicator, but that's okay. So, that is a kind of rough introduction to Storybook Brawl. My advice to you is just look at the cards, play the game, right? It's free. All you have to do is, you're on here, you go to practice with bots. It loads up a lobby right away. You can choose the heroes. I have purchased, or you get in-game currency, you can buy them with that, some of the characters. So normally you would only be able to select from these 2, but just go on there, play with them. You'll get used to the cards and the mechanics, and enjoy the game.